is not how well it is lived, but on the value it bequeaths. Today is a World International Women's Day, and we have here a great icon in the women industry doing great, a young grandmother, none other person than Dr. Mrs Ngozi Ekeoma. Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Ma, it's a pleasure having you.
Pleasure is mine as well. You've added doctor inside my raising children, having to manage both the home front and the business front, striking the balance has been one of the challenges every woman faces. And then I should have said that the first is the fact that in this society, everybody believes that because you're a woman, there are things that you shouldn't do. There are industries you shouldn't play, you shouldn't play on. And there are heights that you cannot reach. So, generally the way women are treated, especially in the African setting, there are ways that women are treated. So that plays out even in the business, place as well. So those are the challenges that I think not just me, but every other, most women face in this part of the world. Yes.
Yeah.
I always tell people that you have to prioritize everything. Thank God for remote working now, where people can actually now work remotely. In our own time, you had to work in certain places and be certain places at a certain time. But I know that a lot of those things are easy enough with people now, advocating for people can now work from home and remote working, especially with the COVID that happened and social distancing. Remote working is being encouraged all over the world. You have to know exactly what you want. You know that your God-given role as a woman is to raise good children, because when we raise good children, we are we are contributing to the betterment of the society. So if my child is well raised, other children are well raised, so you have a better society. But where children are not well, raised, you find out that what you see is chaos and all that. Look at these Amajiri children. There's no love, there's no care. So you can't expect what you did not put into a child. And this is the reason why the society today is suffering. Kidnapping, this one, that one. It's a gang kidnapping thing that is going on now. And this is the reason why we have, because those children were not even catered for them. They just give back to them and they give them up. I'm sure you know all the story. So for me, I kind of prioritize the things that were of value to me. So raising my children was a priority. In fact, anything that has to do anything that has to do with my child was a red flag. I drop everything and face that. That has to be taken care of. So because that was how I modeled my life, my children come first. They know they come first. As in my last child didn't even know that I was doing serious work until one day he now came home and said, "Mom, my friend asked me which Ekeoma, asked me if I was the son of Mrs. Ekeoma of Nepal." I said yes. They said, "Oh, really? And the way she talked about your company is, Mommy, are you really doing something that serious?" So for my child, so your children, they are your children. So I believe that you must be able to balance it, no matter what that amount of money you're trying to make. When it comes to your children, that is a no-go area. For me, it's a no-go area. You have to drop. When my daughter had a baby, I had to drop everything I was going to go stay with her for 7 weeks in the US. And when they came back, I had to also stay with her. And she's had children twice, and each time, and my friends were like, "Are you going to do it?" And my daughter had a child when I was 43 years old. And everybody was like, "You're not going to do it. Are you going to really do this, grandma, taking care of?" I said, "I'm going to do it." And I did it. I did it with my long legs. I don't keep long legs anymore. With my long legs and high heel shoes. But I did it. Because when it comes to my children, I don't negotiate. Is to continue to mentor. Please persevere. Don't give up. and draw the lines. Even if I believe that it is the way people will molest you, people will come to do all kinds of things, but the way you draw the lines will keep people at bay. You have to be able to stand firmly and draw those lines. I know it's difficult because a lot of men just believe that every woman that comes to them is coming to them because she's a woman. So the only thing she has to sell is herself. So it is a misconception, and that is not true. I've met very hard-working women. I've even met women that are the worst are women that are even single mothers. They just think that they are free women. I've seen women that are single mothers that are responsible. They're focusing on their job. For some reason or the other, their relationship did not work, and they didn't choose to be single mothers, but it just happened to them. Life just happened. So because our society, I told you, our society is such that they just, a woman to be seen as being successful, you just have to be married. So the first thing you will marry yourself, and you're not going to allow your life to waste just because you're waiting for some man to come marry you. You have to, you have God given purpose in life. God has given you things to do, and you just fold your hands. You're waiting for one man to come and marry you before you can do that. The answer is no. You have to keep on working and doing whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. If it is school, put diligence to it. Whatever it is you're doing, continue to do it until everything will fall in place. If for whatever reason it does not, that does not happen, and you end up not having a man in your life, or having a child, and not, that does not make you any. It doesn't mean that your life should come to a stop, or people should treat you anyhow or whatever. We have to learn to respect people first of all as human beings. That every single person you meet, whether man or woman, is a human being. Treat them with respect. Treat them with dignity. And then for you as a woman, you have to, like I said, you have to draw the line. You have to carry yourself in such a way that people would know that the lines are drawn. You don't have to be saying, I've drawn the line. It's the way you carry yourself that everybody coming around you will know that the lines. People come to me to come and talk to me. And in my antenna just, flags that, okay, I know what this person wants to talk about. And I just put up a face. And I just, I wanted to just come and greet you, and the conversation changes. You have to be able to draw those lines. Yes. For your sanity, yes, you have to draw the lines. What makes you a woman is your sex. If you're a female gender, you're a female gender. If you're a male gender, you're a male gender. So it's not ability to bear. Except you're saying what makes you a mother? Is it your ability to bear your own children? And my answer is no. What makes you a mother is your ability to raise children, whether they're your children or not. Your ability to raise children everywhere you are. Your ability to mentor the young ones everywhere you are. People adopt children these days. They are not biological. People even choose not to have their own children. I know a couple that say, look, why are we having children? There are so many abandoned children. We just go adopt them, and that's it. So what makes you a mother, if that is the question, is your ability to raise children, to be a mother to every single. In those days when we were growing up, a single mother is a mother of everybody. Whether it's your mother, is not your mother. You're doing something, you see Mama Nkechi, you run. Because you know that if she catches you there, she's going to beat the living daylights out of you. These days, it's not happening anymore. And I'm calling on everyone to know that, it is in our best interest that we all, if it's my grandson, I say it takes a village. So it takes all of us to keep on correcting, to keep on, when you see a child doing the wrong thing, to keep on, and shout out to all the teachers who are already, molding lives. I always say that teachers are the greatest gift that we have. There's no single one of us that turned out right, that, when you dig deep, there's no teacher that really mentored. Okay, from my everybody's experience is different. For me, I am one of those that you say that got married as a teenager. So, and I wanted to go to school. So I had that focus. And everything I was doing was towards just, for, self. I wanted to advance So I put in my whole best. I didn't have time for frivolities. I didn't have friends. I wasn't going for parties or anything like that. My life became focused at a very, very, very young age. I mean, at the age of 22, I already had 3 children. I stopped having children at 24. So that's a whole lot of responsibility. So there was zero time for any. It is now that I'm doing whatever I like, but then there was just no time for me to do that. So I was very focused on time. So how was I able to do that? From there is a mother instinct that is in every child, and you see that when a child is born, if it's a girl, you see that they buy a baby doll and give to the child, and you start taking care of that child. So it's always it's all mostly mostly you find it in women. So for me, how was I able to do it? I was very focused. I was very focused on what I wanted to do. So there were times when I had to carry my, because I did start off having an office and all that. I started off my buying and selling from offices to house supply and all that. And I put my children in the car to go. So I buy, and I had to, when I come back, I had to make time to sit with them and do homework with them. Every time I was, always scheduling myself so that I don't miss out anything. And then in the night, I had to study. I had to study for myself because I was trying to go back to school. And when I started school, I was studying, I was doing those business, I was taking care of the children. Most people think that it's very difficult. But if you're focused and you're determined that is what you want to do, I'm telling you, you will achieve it. Today, I look back and I ask myself, how was that? Even my husband this morning when we were taking a walk, he now said, but this is my wife. How were you even able to do all of these things? Me, I'm only trying to make money for the family, and I couldn't do any other thing but just do that. But look at you were able to. How? I said, I don't know. Maybe the zeal to succeed was what made me very focused. And I'm telling you, when you're focused in anything you put your attention on, I'll give you one example. My second daughter and my third child came back crying one day that she does not understand why she cannot get an A in maths. And all her subjects she gets A's, literature A, English, but that A, maths least she will have C6 and almost an F. Why? I said, because you have not focused on it. If you just put the same interest you have in literature, because anywhere you find my daughter, she's always reading something. I say, if you put the same interest that you have in literature to your maths, you're going to pass it. And she did that and she made 87 in maths. So you see, whatever you want so badly and you focus on it, you would schedule don't tell me that it's not possible. These children, they are blessing, they're not a curse. The fact that you have kids does not mean that it's supposed to be a burden to you. They are blessed. It's just for you to find a way around this. And over here, we have a lot of support from family also. For me, family also helped me to balance a lot. We had a lot of support. You have, family coming to live with you to help you. If you want to get a nanny, it's not that expensive to get a nanny. So we have all those support. It's just that you have to be extra careful. And with devices such as, cameras and all that, you can put that around your home so that when you have time, find time to watch and see what is going on when you're not there, so that you'll be able to correct them. These days, you can actually see from your phone as well. The time you're using to check Instagram, you can use it and check what's going on in your home. Things are now available for these young ones to be able to cope. In our own time, there was nothing available for us to cope, and we coped. So I don't see any reason why anybody that is focused will not be able to cope. Does it even make sense that you carry Gucci and you carry Hermes and your bank account you have nothing? You look stupid. For instance, if I carry Gucci, everybody knows that I can afford it. But if my daughter carries it, they know that she cannot afford it. So it's either a man gave it to her or she got it from her mother. I don't know if you understand. You have to allow you can't allow pressure to make you become unreasonable. You actually just think about it. If you're driving a car that you obviously cannot afford. I know that you're a student. You obviously cannot afford a car that you're driving. I won't say it's your own. I will make excuses why you're driving that car. So why do you want to kill yourself because you want to get it? You want to get something that nobody will even believe is yours. So there is no quick fix to becoming rich. Everybody that has become successful, either in business or any field, put in the hard work, and they nurtured it one step at a time. The me that you're seeing here today, I have gone from selling second-hand clothing to selling fabrics, to selling glass wares, to selling jewelries, to selling all kinds of things, until I find my hands doing the one that I'm doing now. All those things that I was doing in all those years were things that God was using to train me, that I can stand the business that I'm currently doing. All the education, all the trials, all the steps and stages that I've been through is what. So you get to this point and you're a bit stable. Do you understand? So this is against you just trying to make a quick. Any rich, any wealth or material things that you acquire and you cannot sustain is what sense does that make? You get the money today and you cannot sustain it. Or if you think that you're a beautiful woman and a beautiful girl, sorry, and you think that is by using your body, a time will come, more beautiful ones will be coming out. What are you going to do? I asked someone, I said, what are you going to do when more beautiful ones start coming out? Because you would have expired. Today they are talking to you that because you're beautiful, but tomorrow you'll be old. So what are you going to do? So it's best for you to use, your God-given intellect, your God-given, that way that you can use and talk to a man to give you money. Use it and develop something that you can talk and somebody will come and buy. And you will continue, you will grow from there, from point A to point B. It's very disheartening when people think there's any quick whatever. And also I blame society as well. Society, they are there cheering. This is wrong. This is, in those days, when you make money and you bring a camera, your father will first of all ask you, where did you get the money to buy this car? You will not have to be explaining. These days, they make money, they bring, and they become chiefs, and they collect chieftaincy title, and that is why evil is permeating in the land. Because we no more ask questions. Things that are not important has suddenly become important. The way that we acquire wealth is no more important. It is, did you even acquire the wealth? So, trying to make money fast by any means rather than the legitimate way, sweating it out, is like you're painting whitewash. You're just whitewashing the wall, and when the rain comes, everything will just come down. Wow. Please stay focused. Draw the lines around you. Don't let anybody take your gender for granted or use it, as a disadvantage to you. Draw the lines. Is what you allow. If you don't allow it, it won't come to you. And please, we have done it. We have juggled business, family, children, and all that. We've done it. Look at those people, the forerunners, people who have done it, and encourage yourself that you can do it. If she can do it at a very early age, I can do it. And if you keep telling yourself that, I'm sure that you will succeed. I wish you all, happy International Women's Day, and I hope you have fun.
Well.